Welcome to Legendary Impact Live, where top marketing minds and local business owners across the U.S. share their stories and strategies for attracting high-value consumers. Ready to have the spotlight on your brand? Here's your host, Meg. Let's dive in.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Legendary Impact Live. This is Meg Smith, your host, and I'm here with Brad Aquino of the Windowboxes Golden location. Hi, Brad. How are you?
Good morning. Good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining me and for your sponsorship of our Golden Living platform.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited to share you with the community. So let's start by just kind of telling your story. So you've been in Golden a long time and now you're launching into this new business. Tell everyone about it.
Yeah, so Andrew and I have been in Golden for just under 15 years now. We moved here through an acquisition that I was part of in the medical device arena. We brought all 5 of our kids with us, of course, and this is what they call home, even though they've all moved several times. Right now we have about half of the kids out of the house and the other half still here. And yeah, so for the last 15 years, we've been part of the Golden community. And over the last couple of years, Andrew and I have thought about what we could do more in the community versus being just living in the community. And that's what led us to looking at the Wow Window Box company. So we just started that last summer.
Excellent. Yeah. And it's such a fun concept. I know they just got most creative franchise, right? So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So, Andrew and I are both from Indiana originally. So we've always been around like flowers and agriculture. Andrew's family is actually farmers in north central Indiana. And we used to have huge gardens, and it's been a difficult thing to maintain here in Colorado. So we've always struggled with it every year. And we finally found this recipe with the Wow window boxes that we could create a lot of color on people's homes, including our own, through utilizing window boxes and partnering with local greenhouses to actually create custom mixes to actually make people's home feel like it's something they want to come home to every day and see that beautiful color on the front of their houses without any maintenance either. That's the easiest part about it. It's like we do all the work for our customers.
That's amazing. Yeah, it is hard to maintain here. I fight the same battle as a avid gardener, but I've gotten very into xeriscaping in the ground. And so your service is exciting because that helps you bring color, up closer to the house, especially.
Correct.
And having, some of those features and that they are self-watering if you want. So
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Helping us beautify our landscapes here. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were one of the early franchisees, right, with the company. So tell us a little bit about, you chose it because obviously you care about, gardening, et cetera. I didn't know that Andrea's family had that background. So that's interesting.
Yeah. And that's actually, I think, one of the reasons why we were one of the first franchises throughout the United States. We kind of have a unique approach to what we're doing with the business. It's not just about the flowers and the boxes. It's also about how we're running the business too. So Andrea is a school teacher by trade. She taught before we had our first child, Madeline. And then she went back to teaching about 6-7 years ago when our youngest Carter was of the age where she can go back and teach at school. But Andrea and I always had this belief that educating people is an important part of like creating a strong society. And I've done that through the corporate world, through M&A work, and just teaching people how to run businesses. And Andrea's done that obviously with teaching kids in the elementary and grade school level. So part of the recipe of selecting Wow was not only the love for flowers and just wanting to have that green thumb back from where we grew up, but also we're going to employ a lot of young adults, I would say, the later high school, college age, because with college being so expensive, there was this gap that kind of existed with like, how do you go from high school to creating an income for yourself by working with somebody, but also like learning how to run a business. And so part of our backdrop is that we're going to actually teach young adults how to run businesses. So we have basically 3 different career paths, for lack of better words, within Wow Window Box: building boxes themselves, doing quotes, customer service, customer engagement, and then actually the planting and installation and maintenance. And so each one of those is going to have a business aspect of it, like how you manage the supply from the greenhouses, how you manage the materials to building the boxes, how you create a safe environment so you don't cut your finger off when you're building the boxes. and then really help like them rotate through each one of these areas, these young adults. And if they decide they want to run their own business, say they want to be an HVAC technician or they want to be a plumber, they can go to school for that. But you really don't learn how to run a business after you get the technical degrees in those types of arenas. So that's kind of our secondary goal, is to actually help young people learn how to run businesses themselves.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's exciting to me because that's the part that I'm really getting passionate about with WOW. For Andrea, it's more about the flowers and the planting and the greenhouses. So,
well, that's good. You need both.
Exactly.
It's a team.
Exactly. Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, because kids, as a mom, obviously, I think about this for my kiddos, and yeah, they can go to school, they can get specialized, they can get technical, education, but how are they applying this in a real world capacity? So
yeah, and that's I think when we go back to we were the second franchise selected. What's awesome about the Windowbox company is that they have what's called WOW University. They've actually created quite the education platform that we're going to use for that as well. So part of that training that we're going to do when we hire employees is be able to rotate them through like another franchise as well to see how they're doing the business versus what we're doing here on the Front Range in Colorado. So that really attracted Brett, the founder of WOW Windowboxes, to our kind of mantra on what we wanted to do here in Colorado. And I think that kind of solidified that relationship very early on. So
that's amazing. And it really translates well into our community platform too, because through Golden Living, you're sponsoring a Kid of the Month, which is exciting. So sharing stories of young entrepreneurs and kids doing something neat in the community.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that part to me is also an exciting part because kids have so many just ideas that just get lost kind of in the shuffle, and the way to be able to spotlight them through this promotional activity is unbelievable because as a young entrepreneur, you're always frustrated, where do I go with this item and concept? And so now that we're going to be able to look at that and create an environment for the youth to exploit their ideas is awesome. So
yeah, totally. Yeah, because they get to figure things out and have guidance and help and support. And so that's very exciting. I love it. And then what else are you doing in the community? So I know you have an event coming up and you're active in the nonprofit area as well. So share some of the partnerships you have going there.
Yeah. So we've been partnering with a lot of not-for-profits in the area to help sponsor beautifying people's homes. And so the one that we're going to do here in May is through the Cancer League of Colorado at the Hope Ball. Okay. And what we're going to do is sponsor a box for the auction, and the auction will be auctioned off, of course, to the winner, and then we'll beautify their home through planting flowers in the window boxes that we're going to install in their home. That's not the part I'm excited about. What I'm excited about is each one of these Hope Balls that they have, there's a cancer survivor that is recognized during the ball. And so we're going to match that auction box and beautify that cancer survivor's home as well. So we're gonna help bring joy to the person's life that survived from cancer by providing window boxes to their home, as well as a free year of plantings as well. And that's just kind of one of those little seeds that we'll plant that hopefully will grow in the community of not only the winner of the auction but also the recognized party of the cancer survivor. So we love doing that kind of work.
Amazing. Yes, and we we'll be happy to feature that in a future edition of Golden Living. We do nonprofit spotlights, as you know. So whoever's watching this, if you know a local nonprofit who would like some featured content, please connect us, and local events as well. Of course, we're trying to connect people with the events they can be a part of in the community. And thank you so much for participating today. So what's the best way for folks to get in touch with you when they're interested in your service?
So remember the name WOW. So literally when we plant these flowers in the boxes, you're going to be wowed from day one. And you can find us online at wowwindowboxes.com and then under Golden. So that's the easiest way to find us. We also have a phone number listed on the website as well that you can reach out, as well as our email address. So either one of those three avenues is great.
And we will tag you in our posts. So whatever channel you're watching this on, you can click through to their profile there as well. And if you get Golden Living at your house, you can read all about them in the March edition. We have a business profile and the first Kid of the Month feature, which I have to shamelessly say is my daughter.
And I realized that.
Yeah, so she has a little bouquet in a jar, a mason jar bouquet business.
Oh, nice.
In the spring and summer from our home garden. So
great.
I thought that was fitting for the first.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great connection.
The first entrepreneur
Yeah.
kiddo feature. So excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate your sponsorship. The community appreciates your sponsorship and all your involvement. And I look forward to seeing a bunch of new wow window boxes throughout the neighborhood.
Thanks, Meg. Appreciate it.
Thank you.